Wow, you guys, almost in 48 hours from now, we're going to be kicking off Contact 250 with an astrology workshop. So everyone can figure out their star lineages based on their birth chart. And I'm really excited to be here with Raquel Spring. She is Sedona's super mega celebrity astrologist. And you're going to be at the event. And so it's really nice to, we've been talking about the equinox and why we're starting on the equinox, this double weekend deep dive. No, I call it a knowledge transfer because this isn't just like, oh, fly by night, like, oh, this is like an hour long thing. This is a deep knowledge transfer that's going to get really people into their knowing who they are, because we're all different. And really knowing your abilities and being able to connect to your support line, like at the drop of a hat.
Yeah.
But tell me what you think of the equinox.
Oh my God. Where do I begin? There's so much. First of all, I want to say just like how excited I am to be a part of this event for so many reasons. But I will say that one of the big reasons is that I just love so much what you do, Zenka.
Oh,
it's more than love and believe in what you do. It's like, this is the time. This is the time for this type of information to come through. And even your focus that you just have this ongoing training programs and encouraging people to make contact, which is what the name of the event is about, the contact. Well, what is that all about? In my perception as an astrologer, we are entering, you may have heard this term, the age of Aquarius. And Aquarius, out of all the 12 signs, Aquarius represents the cosmos. So much so that Aquarius is the sign of astrology because of the cosmos. And the waves are not water. The waves are frequency from the cosmos.
The next frontier is up.
Yes. So I'm so excited about it because this is the time where this energy is really ready to come through. We're ready to anchor this. This is so much more than making contact. I think one of the titles for my talks that I'm going to be doing is Becoming Superhuman. Yes. And this is where we really are opening that door, and making contact is one of the first steps.
Wow.
So I just love what you're doing. I see you very deeply. I see you as like at the cutting edge of the new that's coming into the planet. And the way that you're just venturing out and offering all these different courses and really teaching people how to not just stay in the thought of the ascension, right? The out there, but really, how do you bring it down here? How do we activate our full potential in this human biology? How do we go to the next level of evolution of what we're ready for in this day and age?
Yeah.
So that's a focus, right?
That's so cool. That's so cool that's going to be, Raquel's going to be doing our interview for Unlimited and then the workshop. And she was like, that's what I want the workshop to be. It's like becoming superhuman. How do we, like you just said, and that's like, that's the aha moment we're going through right now. It's like too good to be true moment, like where we're addicted to suffering because we're like, how can this even be? How am I capable of? Wait, what? Can it be this good? So it is this adjustment time where it's like, hey, wait a minute. And it's interesting that you were talking about this contact being the cutting edge, because it's almost like embarrassing that this knowledge somehow got buried. Because what's ironic is that Altairs is going to be teaching Vedic, which is the Vedic knowing of star lineages, which is 3,000 years old.
And the Hopis, excited.
Yeah, the Hopis are like, oh, we do dream circles with the Pleiadians. I'm like, what? Like, I'm going to fully admit, like, I was a technologist, and like before I awoken, I was like, we don't need to know anything about ancient anything because it has nothing to do with all the new stuff we're learning. And then it was this sinking feeling like, well, it actually is the cutting edge. But all the information got put in, hidden clubs and got taken, all the mystical stuff got taken out of, all the big books, the religion, so it's like now there's translators that are coming to say, this is the distillation of the Hopi and the, you know, the Vedics and the Tibetan stuff. And then you guys are taking it out to Instagram, to TikTok, to your thing, because this is important, you guys. Like, the more of us that know this information, the more empowered we are to create the world. And so it's not 3,000 people creating, it's 300 million people, you know what I mean, creating out of love, you know what I mean?
And the beautiful thing is that now it's time. It's part of the cycles. And so even the fact that it was hidden from us before, or it was all part of the process. And now there is this mass awakening, if you will, to this information. People's curiosities, they're growing more and more. People are ready for this information, is because now it's the time. So this is what should give us confidence to just go full forward, because we have the cycles on our side, and there's no stopping this. And so that's why I speak of the becoming superhuman concept, because this is the time. And so in the 2 workshops that I'm going to be doing, the first one, it's going to be more of an introduction to what is this age of Aquarius. What does it mean that we have Pluto entering Aquarius, and understanding the foundations of what that means. And then in the second one that we're doing, I believe we can give the dates afterwards, but at
it's the 12th and the 26th.
The 12th and the 26th. The one, the 26th of October, we're going to go deeper into what that means. And I'm going to actually share some dates. I'm going to give you some dates around when we are going to start to really open up to this superhuman potential. And also in these dates that I'm going to give you that start as early as next year, 2024. We're going to be opening the door, some serious doors to cosmic family. So however it is that you want to resonate with that, or connect with that, this is it. There's going to be actual windows next year where there's a big revolution coming, and we're going to be closer than ever to the cosmos, and the cosmos with us. So I'm very excited. And very excited for Altairs classes as well, because he's a Vedic astrologer, right?
Yeah, so he comes, you know, he's from New Zealand, but he's lived in Japan with his wife there. And then so he looks at through the Vedic, and the first night of Contact 250 is all about looking at your chart through the eyes of, was the Palladian, Syrian, like what Andromeda, what were the energies that were right there at your birth. And we know that astrology is kind of the cheat codes. So it's going to be cool for people, because everyone's always like, oh, where's my lineage? Well, you're going to find out, and it's a process. You know, like we were talking, you know, you were saying like, oh, because you're saying, we did this on the equinox for a reason.
Oh, right.
And you were saying, you were like, well, this is a chance for people to begin to know themselves, because we've started to strip out, like, that's not me, that's not me, that's not me, I can't trust this, like, what's true, like, and then so now you're like blank slate, and you're like,
exactly.
I mean, you know what I think, you know,
you just said it so well. You just put it so well. It's exactly what's been, you know, really since 2020, and most especially 2023, we've had all of these deaths, the death of identity. That's why so many people have been feeling lost. Who am I? What do I want to do with the rest of my life? Many people not resonating anymore with their works, with the places where they live, with many aspects of their reality. Well, that's because we've been going through a process of the crumbling of the old. And this has been, since 2020. And 2023 has been the culmination of all of that. So it's been the darkest of the darkest patch, where we really have no choice but to look at ourselves in the mirror, to look at the reality and say, I'm not happy with this. Then this is where we're at now. This place right now, the equinox, we were talking about it, is very much the opportunity for the turning of a page.
Interesting.
Okay? Yeah. Because after all of these harsh realities, and just really looking at these dark aspects of humanity, of the planet, how we've been destroying ourselves, destroying the planet, and all of these things where collectively humanity is just like, we're done. That doesn't
self-destruction over.
So people are starting to wake up now, get smart, and there's going to be a really strong focus now coming in on health. Okay, this is really the big theme of the equinox, where health is going to be that last wake-up call, if you will, for humanity. And we're all going to be dealing with this in different ways. This could have to do with, obviously, you know, the global health pandemics that we're having, but also on an individual level, people are really feeling now more than ever. And this is what the equinox is really holding here. People are feeling more than ever the need and the desire to get clean, to get sober, to get in their bodies. And there is this deep yearning right now that's starting to come through in people's realities. And this is the very beginning of calling in the new.
Yeah.
You know, when we clear our bodies, when we take care of our health, this is life. And so as we do that, we're then able to turn the page collectively. And this is where humanity is heading toward next. As soon as we end this year and go into the next, there's going to be a big momentum of like, let's do this. Yeah. Whatever it is, let's do it.
That's so
cool. It begins now.
Yeah, that's so cool because, you know, if you become turning the page, blank slate, and you're like, I don't even know what I think, who I am, what my job's supposed to be, like, how's this working now that I've cleaned the closet? The first thing that's helpful is to get, like you said, like when you tune your body and you become a little cleaner, you then get the message, right? You like, oh, that makes me feel sick, or, oh, that I don't feel good, or I am getting goosebumps, or I'm getting a thing in my head that says, don't go there, or don't do that, or don't take the job, or what, you know. So it's like one of the interesting things about ET contact, and, you know, it's been a curiosity for me in the last couple of years, partially because it was so, like, I was in the consciousness movement, and it was one of the topics that was like still taboo, even in the consciousness. I was like, wow. And it was this curiosity that wanted to get out. And I knew that it was the keys to the Renaissance. Like you said, it's like the Aquarius is looking up. Well, there's all this stuff to discover that we don't even know anything about. You know, we don't know about their technology. We don't know about how they do things. We don't know about what they eat. We don't know about what they wear. It's like fascinating. It's like this whole, like, it's like, put me on the boat. I want to be the first one on the boat to cross the ocean. You know, I want to know, you know. Yeah. And one of the things that when you raise your vibration up to have contact, and I'm like the scientist, like I want to know all the statistics, how it works. And we studied 11,000 people and like how they made contact. And like, okay, we're going to do this. This is the fastest, funnest, you know, cheapest way to do this. You know what I mean? Like, and one of the things that we discovered in our research, which is Ray Hernandez interviewed, like, I think 200 different countries, like, just ridiculous amount of like research. And he discovered that 50% of the people have medical miracle healings during contact, which is wild.
Wow.
So just like when people do speak tongues and people have these miracle healings, or when you do plant medicine and suddenly someone's off of their whatever that they, you know, like, you know, hereditary, or when someone does Reiki, all of a sudden, like, it's a powerful enough vibrational shock to the system that oftentimes the emotional cause or the spiritual cause that's causing you to have that in your body is like literally it's not relevant. It's like you've cleared it. You've just like, it's like your body feels what it's like to be at this other version of yourself.
Yes, exactly.
And so it's like, oh, okay, we can get back there.
That makes sense.
We can stay there.
Because to make contact, there needs to be a resonance in the frequency. So, you know, as us down here, as we match that frequency, we create that energetic healing or whatever it is that our body needs, the adjustment. Because just by being on that frequency, we're already, and not just the medical healings, but I believe also intuitive abilities, psychic, like all of that. Right? All of these ESPs, is that how you call it, ESP?
Yeah, extrasensory perception.
Yes, all these abilities, which is also what you train people on. Right?
Yeah, because I used to think like, oh, it was special people. It's like, oh, you had to be vegan. Oh, you had to be a Ascended Master. Oh, you had to have like 1,000 lifetimes to have any ability. What we realized was literally just you put people. Well, yeah, like all of us have it. You'll probably get one clair first, like clairaudience or claircognizance or clairsentience. You'll get one. And then it'll kind of keep going from there. So you just have to, like, everyone's different, you know what I mean? So you'll be, open that first door. And, you know, we also use the math part of me comes out again. So we have studied consciousness, and Lynn McTaggart states you get 8 people together and they're all focused on a single intention. And then it actually can happen very much more easily than if you're alone in your room trying to make ET contact or heal your, ancestral trauma or heal your thyroid or whatever it is, right? It's like, you could do it like that for sure. But it's way more fun and way faster and easier when you do it with at least 8 people. So, and that's the thing about contact is like, we create, and I think some of the field is them helping us raise, and then us also, in order to do it, you have to create a love field. You have to literally love everyone in the process. You have to love yourself. You have to create a field of love and acceptance. And that's where miracles start to come out. Like people start having all these synchronicities. It's interesting. This is what happened in the first Contact 100. It's sort of like, wow. So now we're stretching to 250, and it's like, okay, let's, it's the Maharishi effect. People would meditate in New York or wherever it was, and then the crime rates would be going down and car wrecks good. And it's like, wait a minute, how's this work? Well, it works because when you become coherent, it's mathematically much stronger than if you're all chaotic. So in other words, if I'm coherent and you're incoherent, then I can help you become coherent, and vice versa. Right. So you're in the supermarket, you don't even know someone, you're actually lifting them by your love coherence, your coherence, your like stability.
Yeah, exactly.
And so we want everyone to reach their own stability. Like, I know who I am. I love who I am. I'm here. This is why I'm here. I'm healed. And so I can help you. You know what I mean? Yeah. And if you need help, that's fine too. Like, we're all here to share in the healing energy and to share in the discovery. And that's that, just.
I'm really excited. I'm so excited to participate. I know. I'm super excited for there's going to be a class that you're going to take everyone to the spoon bending party. Yes. It's a party. It's not a class. It's a party. Yes. I'm so excited to participate. I've been wanting to participate in this event for so long now.
It's so ridiculous. Like in an hour and a half,
spoon
I will blow your mind. You will blow your own mind.
This is what Zenka does. She encourages people to take their capacities to the limit and over the edge. Yeah. What else is possible? Let's keep doing this, because the more people that we have doing this, the more normal it becomes. Yeah. Right?
And you can't learn that. It's like, you've got to just do it. And I don't want to talk about contact. I want you to have contact. I want you to bend a spoon, or else I haven't done my job. It's like, because unless you do it, you can't understand it, you can't believe it, you can't grasp it, you can't teach it. And that's like our whole model in the nonprofit is like, I teach you, but you get to teach, you take on the responsibility to teach at least one other person what you've learned, because, So
for the contact, I'm sure many people, at least from my community, are going to be wondering, what do you do in this event to make contact?
Okay, let me share the screen really quick. So we have, let's see. So let me just pull this up. So you just go to lightnet.org. And this is, let's see, are we sharing screen? Yeah, we are. So like I said, this is a deep dive. This isn't like a fly-by-night thing. The good news is that if you can't make all of it, there's 18 hours of tools and archives. You miss something, you're good.
So there will be the replay then.
Yeah. Replay.
Wonderful.
And here you can find the whole schedule. You can, watch videos of people that were in it last time. You can check out the full schedule. Wow. Yeah. So, and we have money back. Yeah. This, like, if you guys aren't satisfied, come back to me. I'll refund your whole money. Wow. We got 96% of the people having contact experiences. So we know that we can pull people through as long as they're open-minded. Here's the video where people talk about it. But yeah, so it's just lightnet.org. It's easy to sign up. There's a discount if you're a student or if you're elder. If you need a scholarship, reach out. We're nonprofit. We want to get this. We want you to be teaching the next, to teach the next.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So there in that link, you can find all the description to all the events and what happens around there. But I'm excited. It really does feel like a party. It feels like the whole event is a party.
We're so excited to have
Party of
you,
star
Raquel.
seeds.
It's like, yes, like love, vibration, you know, it's like, we got to have you there, and it'll be fun for people. So the second weekend, we're going to be in person. People get to come and meet you. We're going to add those other events in, if you can't make the whole thing. So we'll be letting you know about that next week.
Yes.
But yeah, excited, you guys.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. And to
Thank
sign up
you.
for your workshop, we go to lightnet.org/unlimited. And that's where you can hear Raquel do her mega broadcast.
Oh yeah.
On the realities, portal to ascension. This is Pluto and Aquarius, where you're going to
October 12th.
get the deep dive on that.
Dive on that. Okay. So will there be a replay for that as well?
Yes.
For the people that can't make it live?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll see you there.
Okay.
I have lots to share.
Okay.